Dear student, in the previous sections, we have studied about nutrition and respiration. Two important life processes. Okay, now from this we come to know that blood transports food, oxygen and waste material. Okay, in our body. So what exactly happened? This is the transportation of these things taken by blood. What is blood? Already you have studied in a 9th standard. It's a connective tissue. It's a connective tissue. In the last 9th standard you have studied about this, a fluid which is flow in the veins and the arteries. So fluid contains, this fluid contains plasma, and this plasma, what does it consist? It medium, that is plasma, in which cells are suspended. There are the cells which is suspended are RBC, WBC, platelets. Okay, these are the cells which is suspended in this plasma. Now plasma is a fluid which transports food, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste. The nitrogenous waste. Then the question comes, then who carry oxygen? Here is the one which carries oxygen, RBC, which contains hemoglobin, and hemoglobin has a greater affinity towards this. Many other salts are also carried out by this fluid. So guys, now the question arises in mind, how this blood is transported in our body. So there is a one system which we called it as a transportation system. What exactly happened? The transportation system. So if you take our transportation system, it means one of the product is produced in a company. From that company it is carried out to the different part of the India through different means of transportation. It may be by train, by aeroplane, okay, by roadways. So the roadways are what? Railways are what? They are the connecting, okay, they are the roads, or they are the ways, paths where on which a transportation taking place, and who's carrying the carriers, vehicles are carrying that. So the same thing, oxygen can also be, blood can also be transferred to whole body through one main thing, a hub that needs a pump which can pump all over blood, which can pump blood to the whole parts of the body. Okay, second, network of tubes, network of roads, that we call as network of roads. So network of tubes. Why these tubes? Tubes are having different types, and then a system where if there is some damage, a system which can repair damage, So these three include and form a transport system, transportation. The blood, a pump which we are going to study, is heart. Then the network of tubes, it is having three. That one is vein, arteries, and then small capillaries. Okay, so these are the things which we are going to study now. Now let us see the very important part of organ of our body is heart. This is the pump which is continuously working in our body. Let's see. This is a schematic view of human heart, a sectional view. બચ્ચેથી કાપી નાખ્યો છે એટલે આપણને આવો દેખાય છે. How does it look like? It is first very simple thing. It's a muscular bag, okay, or you can say it's a muscular organ. It's a muscular organ. Okay, it has a muscular organ, very very nice organ, which is very very important. How big it is? As big as our fist. આપણી જે ફિસ્ટ છે એટલી જ સાઇઝનો એ હોય. હાર્ટ આપણા ફિસ્ટ જેટલું હોય. Where is that? In the internal thyroid cavity. Okay, that's called thyroid cavity in a chest, middle of the chest of heart, slightly tilted towards left, tilted towards left. This is what the place where our heart is. Now, as we can see here, heart is divided into 4 chamber. It has a 4 chamber. That's why our human being case, it has FOUR, 4 chamber. Okay, the right side means 4 chamber. We have R means right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium and left ventricle. Basically, it is divided into 2 parts. Upper part is called atrium. The upper part is called atrium and the lower part is called ventricle. So there are 2 ventricles and 2 auricles. Auricles or atrium. So in the between left and the right, okay, left and the right, it is separated by one wall which is called a dividing wall called septum. This is the one wall which we are talking about. It called a septum. So left and right, okay, left and right ventricles are divided by, left and right are divided by one called a septum. This is septum. Okay, then what exactly happened? You can see here that is a blood. Okay, here a yellow color, this is orange color, what's a blue color, or let's say orange color over here. And the atrium, left hand side atrium, what do I have exactly? This left side hole carry oxygenated blood. It is carrying oxygenated blood or rich in oxygenated. That is the blood comes over here. Now what kind of blood come over here? It's called deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood का मतलब होता है कि which can contain carbon dioxide. So right side always a deoxygenated blood, left side always the oxygenated blood. You can see here the veins. This vein is called pulmonary vein. This is called a pulmonary vein. Now this vein comes from where? It comes from lungs. It comes from lungs. First let us understand how this blood come to the lungs. Okay, so that is a very simple and very nice system which is given to us in our textbook. Okay, it's human being and human heart. A God has created a very very nice creature. This is coming from the lungs. This blood is coming from the lung. Now what exactly happened? Whole body, in the previous section respiration we have seen how the exchange of gases takes place in the lungs. So when a blood comes from the whole body here, this is called a vena cava. This is called a vena cava. Now upper body vena cava and the lower body vena cava means from upper body and the lower body deoxygenated blood comes to this chamber. First it will feel over here. Now when it is relaxed, okay, when it is relaxed, what happen exactly here? It contract. Okay, when it contract, relaxes, all the blood comes in the right atrium. The first it comes to the right atrium. Okay, here after that when it relax, now it contract. When it contract, this valve open and this blood comes to this part, that is called a right ventricle. Now as soon as this will filled up, what happened? They will contract and this one will go from here to the pulmonary arteries. Now this pulmonary arteries, most of the arteries contain oxygenated blood. Dear student, oxygenated blood is carried out by the arteries because they have to send it to the part, but this pulmonary arteries only contain deoxygenated blood. Where does this go? This goes to the lungs. This goes to the lungs. So from the pulmonary artery, from heart, it gets thrust. Okay, so you see here, these walls are thicker. These walls are thicker. Why? Because this is giving thrust, and so the blood will go towards the lungs here, and here in the lungs it get oxygenated. Exchange of gases takes place. It means oxygen can be taken in and carbon dioxide is given away. Now from there, from by a pulmonary vein, it comes over here. So again, the veins carry deoxygen in the blood here, but the pulmonary vein and pulmonary arteries, okay, they have a different role to play. So what happened? This blood comes over here. Again, here it is relaxed. Right now, this left atrium is relaxed. Until and unless completely filled, it cannot get contract. When it completely filled, it gets contract. The blood comes to this part. What is this part? This is left ventricle, and now here it contains oxygenated blood. It gives you thrust, and that thrust will push it, and then from the aorta it goes to the whole body. We have one more aorta over here. Okay, so this is what it is called, and guys, this is what we have to understand. So these are the things where this is the section of a blood heart, and what we have studied very nicely about how a muscular organ, blood, can help a pump which is called a heart, help us to circulate blood in the whole body. Okay, so ventricle and auricle. You can say ventricle have a thick wall. Why does they have a thick wall? Because they have to push the blood towards the whole body, and that's why their walls are thick, whereas in this one they have thin wall. Guys, this is what all about our